All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rody, and today I'm here with a very special guest. He's my friend from church. We met in Tokyo just 1 month ago, and I'm very pleased to interview him today. Eita, tell us more about you.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Lodi, for inviting me for today's interview. Let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Eita Takahashi. I was born from the Christian family. I got baptized when I was junior high school, and I moved to the Korea in the age of 15 because my dad determined himself to open his Japanese restaurant in Korea. So I lived in Korea for 4 years, and then after that I came back to Japan, graduated university, and now I'm working at the Japanese tour industry.
That's very interesting. So today's topic is mental health in Japan. Specifically, we're gonna touch like the topic of hikikomori, which is something that you're gonna explain us right now, right? Like, can you tell us what does this word mean? We heard it many times, and there are many people who are speaking about this, but I guess everyone has its own experience, and I would love to know more about yours.
Okay, first definition of hikikomori is recluse in English. Am I correct?
Yeah, recluse.
Okay, so the definition of hikikomori is that your room will be your safety place. You don't feel like you want to go outside, hang out with people, talk with people. The word hikikomori became very common. I think when I came back from the Korea, I remember the moment when I arrived to Japan and I arrived to Narita airport and transferred to, I think it was Shinjuku line. You know, Japan is known for a quiet country, but at that time I felt something weird. I look into the people's eyes. I noticed that everybody looks so depressed, and I was wondering why is that. And then I searched on the internet and I found that there was a huge financial crisis in Japan due to the Lehman, company's bankruptcy. At that time, many people, lost a job and many people, commit suicide. The student submit so many, resume to the company, but what did you get is just failure, fail, fail, fail. I think that word, hikikomori became common starting from that, time.
What year was that?
After that 2008. It was huge problem in Japan because people trying to find out the solution, but also the government want to support the student and the people who lost the job. But our thing was that we couldn't do like anything about it. So as I when I graduated university, I submit so many resume to the company, more than 100 resume, but I could have opportunity only few company to have a job interview, and I failed. So yeah, I was so depressed. At that time, I went to the some sort of training class, and I took a lesson. Luckily, I found one company where I could work, but at that time the working environment was so bad. I remember that people are mocking each other, yelling each other, and then rather than focusing on job, people are so busy, trying to find someone's failure. I got mentally and physically depressed, and I couldn't work anymore at that company. So yeah, I quit the job. Lodi, I became hikikomori, and I stuck into my room for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How long was that? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I think it was more than a year.
You lived with your family at the time.
Yes, yes.
How did they feel about this? I mean, they are also a Christian family, right?
Yes, yes.
So how did they react?
Well, they of course they want me to be more active, and when you became a hikikomori, when you wake up in the morning, you get frightened and you can't feel like you want to go outside because you get scared. You don't feel like you want to talk with people, and so that is why I try to find the best way to avoid the problem, and that was my room.
Do you think the root of this problem is fear?
It can be a fear. At that time, I didn't have any job, so of course, like I couldn't go out and spend time with friends because everything what we do cost money. But when I became so depressed, I took a moment for a prayer, and I asked to God, please help me. And thanks God that now I found a job where I wanted to work for a long time.
So you told me you struggled for more than 1 year. How did it change? How did you get out of the situation?
You know, I'm a Christian, so when I got depressed, I took a time for a moment to be silent. It was very important for me on that time. When you feel depressed, people want to find out the solution by themselves, but it doesn't work that way. So I took a moment for myself and had a time of prayer, just simply praying to God. Lord, I have this problem, that problem, this problem.
How did you feel when you prayed and you asked for help to God? Like, did you feel something specifically that pushed you? Maybe.
Even though you pray, it doesn't mean that you get, the voice from the Lord rapidly, or it doesn't mean that God talks to your hearts. You can't hear the voice of the God. I think it is important to open the door because Jesus is actually knocking the door to you, knocking your hearts all the time. Even though you feel you are alone, but you are not actually alone. God is actually there for you.
Yeah, no, I would only add to this thing that you just explained so well, that in the Bible, the most repeated word is fear not. As humans, we have this problem with fear. And God's number one thing that he says to his disciples and his people is do not fear. Actually, he says, cast all your fears on me. So that's exactly what you did, I guess.
Yes.
And I also experienced something like depression. And for me, crying out to God was the thing that sparked something. From there on, I went through a tunnel. It was still tough, but little by little, I got out of my depression. What do you think people can do to heal, to defeat this problem of loneliness and hikikomori?
Well, if there is a the church around your area, it would be so nice to have a fellowship with the brother and sister. But sometimes it doesn't work that way because some country there is no church around that area, or maybe you are stuck in the mountain inside the mountain, or maybe you are in the jail. You don't know the situation. So when you feel the depression, I think it's important to expose ourselves.
You mean to go out
To go out.
and try to, not focus only on your problem and yourself and try to share the space, share even like a conversation, right?
Yes, yeah.
What would you tell people who are suffering this or are like curious about this topic?
Even though you don't get answer during the prayer, uh, but it doesn't mean that God is not answering you. He's just waiting for the right moment and right time. I know for sure that God will give us the message. Maybe the message can be opportunity, like fellowship with a brother, or maybe finding a spouse, or maybe friends, promotion, or
Work, a job.
work or job, or financial wealth, anything. When you got this answer, you will notice that you are not alone, and God was actually there for you and hearing the prayer.
Eita, I got emotional a few times and like really listening to your story, it makes me feel sad and breaks my heart to think of how many people are struggling right now around Japan and probably they don't know how to find a solution and get out of this. Thank you so much for sharing. I believe that God really transforms our pain in something, joyful for other people. it gives people hope to spread this kind of message. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
God bless you, and I really hope you can share more because you've got a voice. I believe in that. Maybe on YouTube. What do you think, guys? Write in the comments if you think Eita should start a channel and share more of his messages. It's been amazing, guys. Subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. I will catch up with you guys with other videos. It's a wrap. Bye-bye.